yards out to the 25-yard line. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
A first down carry for Barkley. He juked him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Now Trubisky on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Dances by him. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Black. 2.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Muscles him off. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for the Giants. And even 40 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Trubisky will throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Cousins. Man open left side, it's Williams. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete to John Ross. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, now here we go. Over. Zebra.
Cousins now on second down. And incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's third down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
On third down, Cousins. Hill shedding the tackle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. New York set to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Trubisky now down around his goal line. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's go.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky looking for Shepard deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They find some open field here. That good for 19 and a first down.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Trubisky now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's go, let's go. Watch your 50. Watch your 48.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What a great play and tackle. As a strong safety, you know what you're taught? That you are a hybrid player. You've got to be able to play the pass back deep, but especially the run up close, almost like a linebacker. And on that play, he took care of every responsibility.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. The handoff, Barkley running left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Jordan Jenkins in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Skirts by at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Well, they got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New York set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Alex Okafor. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Throwing here, Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by George Iloka. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Open man is Uzomah. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. 14 seconds, all that's left to this 1st half as they come up on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So we are at the 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And here now come the Falcons. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jurrell Casey. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun. Cousins. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Needed 13. They got 14 on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run. Devontae Freeman. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Star Latulele in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. The left side throw complete to Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Let's go.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Cousins now to throw on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Falcons on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They begin with a run by Barkley. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Trubisky back into his end zone. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Trubisky throwing the out route and complete. That's Shepard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he's got room. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They keep it with Barkley on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Gotta go, gotta go.
On the run, it's Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. It through, and they take a 17-14 lead. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.